Hello, everybody. Welcome to our broadcast today. Thank you so very much. How was your weekend? I hope it was very, very eventful and very, very interesting. Well, I'm reaching you from Toronto, Canada. My name is Dr. Chidi, and this is Worship Media TV. If you have not subscribed, please take a moment and click on the subscription button and subscribe. Also, click on the bell, the notification bell, and leave us a comment. This helps us to get visible out there and make people to find us. All right. Yes, I know I promised a lot of you that after the weekend, I was gonna I was gonna release a video uh, of my response to Simon Ekman. You know what? I'm going to do that video, but when I sat down and the more I thought about it and I spoke with my wife and I said, you know what? This is not really a time when I want to be trying to prove anything, because of where we are right now, because of what is going on. When I consider the situation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu finds himself, listen, I can take anything from anybody. Anybody can call me names. Anybody can say, Chidi, you're a foolish man. You can call me bastard. You can say I'm a moron. You can say people should not listen to my channel. I will make out time to respond to it, but that's not my priority right now. So I'm not going to pick any fight with anybody. I would. So for those of you who are expecting that video of my response to Simon Ekpa, I'm still going to do it, but it's not the priority right now. The priority is for everybody who is a freedom fighter, for everybody who is committed to this struggle, to think about what we're going to do to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is brought out of the clutches of the Nigerian government. And so that's where we're going to focus on. Well, if you have not seen, you should know by now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be in court. It's going to be in court tomorrow and next tomorrow. Um, okay, I'm being told that my volume is low. I think it's something to do with this microphone, but let me go do something about it, see if this would help. Um, we've been doing a little bit of tweaking on our system here to make sure that we reach you guys better. Okay, okay, I'll put it at the highest. I'm hoping by now the audio is better. Please let me know if the audio is better. Emeka Chumwoba, I see you from Facebook. Okay, I now see that even they had told me, Dr. Erica had told me to increase my volume. My eye was on somewhere on another part of the platform. That's why I didn't see it. But now I've increased the volume. And please let me know, Atuziegu Chichi, is my volume okay right now? And Dr. Erica, if you are still monitoring, can you tell me if the volume is good? Because from here, it's very good. All right, Jerry, Isaiah, and Imwene, thank you so much. Thank you, Jerry, for letting me know that the audio is good. Anyways, yes. Thank you so much. The volume is good. So, like I was saying, if you have not heard, I hope by now you know that the federal government of Nigeria has filed new terrorism charges against Ahmadike Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, that is just very, very absurd. But I always say the federal government of Nigeria, they are not smart people. They are not smart. The people who advise them, their advisors are even dumber. Like they are all very dumb. And somebody will say, Chidi, why do you say this? They are dumb. I'm telling you. And I'll show you. They don't know how to even pretend. Like they repeat the same thing over and over again. I mean, you should be wise enough to even know how to tweak your 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 method of doing things. They're becoming so very predictable, very very predictable. I mean, they always scuttle. They always scuttle. They quickly write something. Just you had how many weeks? Remember when they postponed the case from last year? It was a whole length of time that they had to be able to come up with their fresh charges, but they wouldn't do it. Just 3 days to the court case, they come out and they say, oh, he did more things. But that's their way of doing things. I know this very well because with Omoyele Sowore, the same exact thing happened with Omoyele Sowore. You guys know when Omoyele Sowore, by the way, just so you know, Omoyele Sowore is going to be in court after tomorrow. So Omoyele Sowore will be in court on the 19th. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case comes up on the 18th and also on the 19th at different courts. But let me share with you guys the story so that that's the background of our discussion today. Okay, so that when we look at the story, then we'll be able to discuss in full. So the story is actually on the Punch. It's also on Sahara Reporters, but okay, Sahara Reporters is my go-to place every time. But let's also look at it on on the Punch newspaper. And on the Punch newspaper, it says breaking federal government files fresh terrorism charges against Nnamdi Kanu, and we scroll down. They're showing the picture of Malami, one of the most corrupt human beings you can think about. Let's remove this Google advert and get to the story. See, these people are not want now. Okay, good. There are just so many adverts everywhere. The federal government on Monday filed fresh terrorism charges against the embattled leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. I don't even know why this people must always add this embattled leader, proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. It's okay, let's get over that. In the amended process it filed before the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, the government increased the count in the initial charge is preferred against Kanu. Kanu, who has been in detention since his alleged abduction. You see, that's where I don't like some reporters. I don't like some reporters. I know you guys are afraid, but why would you be alleging? Why would you still buy? You should say in detention since his abduction from Kenya and forceful return to Nigeria. If it is forceful, then why don't you accept that it's abduction? I said alleged. Okay, now let us allege that Punch is also a newspaper. One day I'll be talking, I said the alleged Punch newspaper. Punch, which is the alleged newspaper. Like you're not newspaper again. Anyway, this Kanu, who has been in detention since his alleged abduction from Kenya and forceful return to Nigeria, faced seven treasonable felon charges, but will now enter his fresh plea to 15 amended charges marked blah 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 and signed by the Director of Public Prosecution, M.B. Abubakar Malami. The charges were amended barely 24 hours before the scheduled commencement of hearing by trial Justice Binta Nyako. You will be very, very surprised at how these people operate. You will be very, very, very surprised. See, do you know how these people operate? They will just wake up, and then suddenly just say, "Come on, when we get caught, shouldn't we coming to court as the other day? Someone say yes, Oga. How can he say okay? Make her they bring them. Who is even going there? What are we going to say? Say Oga, madam, the last time that we say all kinds of things against him, Kuma, all those things that we are saying, it's beginning to be very, very obvious that those things they won't hold water. Ah, la ilallah, how can it? So it won't hold any water. It's not working. Kagani is not working, and you know that the people, the IPOB and all the foreign countries, all of them, they are putting an eye on this, and this is Twitter that we are banning, and everything is just working against us. So what we go do? What we go do? Just like that, too. You would think there's one. That's okay. Make you put more charges. Say, but Oga, just put the charge. Now you go tell me what to do, and just like that, you just see charges. How do I know? That's what happened in Shore's case. They came up with all kinds of charges. They said Shore was in Dubai. Shore did this. Shore did that. I'm telling you, so many things that they said. Oh, sorry guys, I lost my audio there. Okay, I was trying to figure out something, but anyway, so that's exactly how they do these things that they do. Now let's go back to what I was reading and let's continue to read it. But I was just trying to show you how these people behave. Okay, well, let me finish reading down. I'll come back and we'll talk. So the charges were amended barely 24 hours, rush, rush, rush like that, before the scheduled commencement of hearing by trial Justice Binta Nyako. Now, say you should also go and read this one. Now, details later. They just say they will give us details later. Probably they'll give us details about the 15 count charge that they brought on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But of course, they know that all of this is a lie. All of this whole thing is a lie. By the way, John Joko, as everyone knows that Nigeria is a failed state, that's why they operate the way they do. Injustice everywhere. Yes, so does she really know them? Of course, I know them now. No, but we see, Shore is my man. Shore is the leader of the Take It Back movement and Revolution Now. And you know very well that I'm a member of the Revolution Now movement and the Take It Back movement. And I know exactly what happened with Shore's case. Like, I know all their rigmarolling. I know all of their gymnastics. You know, they even accuse, you know where this thing started? Some of you don't even know. Federal government started to pee in their pants right from, after Nnamdi Kanu, they came to kill Nnamdi Kanu in his house, and Nnamdi Kanu escaped. The federal government now pursued, they didn't know how he escaped. This is somebody that had his day in court. He was under bail. The court date has not reached so that you say, oh, on the day of his court appearance, he absconded. Because that's why when somebody is given released on bail, there is a surety. The job of the surety, which Engineer Abaribe and two other people stood for, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The reason for that is that if for any reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not appear in court, they will go and hold those people responsible. But guess what? The day of his court hearing had not even reached, and they went there. And when you go to arrest somebody, you go to arrest the person now, just because of him, the army, and not even they have a military cantonment, they have a military barracks there in Abia State. They have one in Enugu, but they had to bring a set of soldiers, and we're monitoring them. We know when they left. Sometimes it's funny when I tell people there's some questions that you ask, but you'll never get the answer. Because and don't ask why you will never get the answer, because nobody will give you the answer. Some of them are highly classified information. Okay, why would they give you? Why would they tell you? Look at what you're doing now with the little information you have. You just talk, 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 talk every day. So why should they? So it's people will not give you some information. Let me just leave it there. But we monitored these people that came and attacked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the barracks where they left. By the time they appeared in Benin, it was even public. Some people were doing videos. They remember that audio that somebody said they are coming, they are in this place. Why would it be a mission that will be carried out by people who are not living within that area. I thought the reason why you have a military barracks and a military cantonment or whatever are in the east is so that whenever there's a problem, those are the first responders. We have fire service all over the place around where we live right now. We have police stations. If I call for an emergency, guess what? It is the closest people around here. They will not have to send people from Ottawa. They will not have to send people from New York. They will not have to send people from everywhere else, even though they would come as backup if help is needed. But how come the people that went to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had to come from outside? When they got to his house, the first day you saw what happened. They came out there and they attacked some people, shot and killed some people. Nothing happened. And by the time they came the next day, that one, they tested the water and they saw that nothing will happen. By the next day, they came back and they had a full battalion of soldiers going to a man's house where there was nobody shooting any gun against them. Remember that in their reports, they never claimed that anybody shot them. They said that they threw stones at them. Stones. And you retaliated with an armored tank. And the rest is history. You guys remember all the videos about the shooting up of his house. But anyway, back to the story. Nnamdi Kanu escaped. When he escaped, this is another very intelligent place that I want people to always listen. You people that are asking all the questions, you people that say, Chidi, you didn't ask the right question. Hey, Chidi, some people know something, they don't want to say it. I tell you again, and I'll repeat it every time. And it is something to guide you in this period that we are in. Don't worry. I watch also, I go a mile. What am I saying? Let me translate. We don't start to count the journey. It's after the journey is done, then we'll come and see how much we covered. Okay? So wait. And make the monkey just behave like, say, no forest. You think the monkey doesn't know forest? Amen. Leave that matter now. So what am I trying to say? The question I ask some of you, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not seen after that heavy bombardment in his house and that video that you saw, and after how many people were killed, more than 20 people were killed in his house, did you know where he went to? Did you know how he was pulled out of that place? Do you know how he journeyed, rode in a canoe on the high sea? In a canoe on the high sea. Do you know the kind of turbulence that you have in the high sea? Do you know the journey he made from one West African country to one West African country? By that time, there are some people, members of his family, that he had to reach to say that he was alive. But all that period, did any of them come and tell you what was happening? Did Nnamdi Kanu's wife not go to the federal government and say, give me my husband, where is my husband? She was crying. The federal government said they don't know. The federal government said, Engineer Baribe should produce Nnamdi Kanu, that he should come to court. Within all that period, were you asking for someone? What? Tell us what was happening within that time. You didn't say any of those things. You didn't. So how come it is now that you are expecting that someone should come and tell you that kind of a thing? Does it really make sense? I don't think so. I don't think so. So finally, you saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Israel. When you saw him in Israel, all of a sudden, that's what I was talking about. Abacha also, I go a mile. All of a sudden, all those people that say they didn't know, all those people that they call them saboteur, they call them this, they said they are stupid, they said they are concealing it, all of them were now smiling. when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and showed a picture of himself in Israel. People say it was Photoshop. People say it's not him. So what point am I trying to make? Some things, it is not while that process is ongoing that you will hear the real news. No. The people that know. But leave them. It is for a reason. At the right time, you will hear all the news. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu actually came back and told the story of how he escaped and how he ended up in Israel and he later ended up in UK. All that became history at the right time. But within that period, election happened and Omoyele Sowore was in Nigeria. And after the elections, yours sincerely was in Nigeria too, while Omoyele Sowore under the African Action Congress ran for president. I ran for governor of Enugu State. And we're all in Nigeria for more than 7 months. We went through the streets. We went through every village. We went, I think Omoyele Sowore covered 34 states of the Federation. We crisscrossed every part of Nigeria. I'm telling you, we touched down in more communities than APC and PDP. APC and PDP, they were not doing campaign. They just gathered together in a hall, just in an open field and distribute money, distribute rice and distribute and then go. That's what they were doing. After all of that, Omoyele Sowore went back to New York. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started doing his broadcast. He fired on with his broadcast. That's what I keep telling people. Instead of you just yapping, just engaging yourself in civilian activities, why don't you go back and begin to listen to all the messages that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave in the past? Then you will understand what you are supposed to be doing right now. Your duty right now is not to be saying that Chidi said, that person said, DOS said, that one said. It is not your job right now. You should be busy doing something, not reporting what some people are doing and asking that you should be reported to. That's a story for another day. Anyways, Omoyele Sowore reached out and said, hey, Chidi, I need to have a meeting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And of course, we called some people, pulled some strings here and there, and you guys know what happened next. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu held a meeting with Omoyele Sowore in New York. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm trying to tell you why the federal government of Nigeria is lining up all those trumped up charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The reason why we do this is so that we will help you to understand where you are right now. Do you understand? When you understand, when you have knowledge, knowledge is power. When you understand where you are right now, based on an understanding of where you're coming from, it helps you to prepare for where you're going. Then you are more relaxed. Then you are more confident. People will think, oh, you are full of yourself, you're this, you're that. No, that's not true. The thing is, you know based on knowledge where you are going to. I'm going to go back and share a video with you guys. This was the meeting that I helped to organize between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Omoyele Sowore in New York City. Okay, I'm going to share that video, and that video will show you, will make you understand why. You see, I'm not a flash in the pan. I'm not the kind of person who changes. I am consistent. If you like, say I'm bragging. No, let me brag. I am consistent. I have credibility. Forget what people say about me. Forget people who want to discredit you. All they want is just to spoil your name. But that's okay. You can try. All I need is time. Time has a way of sorting everybody out. Last. Do you understand? Anyways, I'm going to share that video, and we will take it from there, and you guys will see why the federal government of Nigeria is behaving the way they are behaving right now, so that you will not be surprised at all. I don't want you to be surprised at all. Okay. So this was the video. I'm going to expand it. I'm going to expand it, and then we'll listen for a bit. Hi everybody, I just want to welcome you guys today to this very, very important, once in a lifetime meeting, or what I believe is the beginning in a series of good things to come. I have in front of me here two gentlemen that, if you do not know them, you should go and reset your whole system. On my right is the leader of the IPOB, the indigenous indigenous people of Biafra fighting for independence, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Almighty of Igbo land. Thank you very much. You're welcome. And on my left is someone who is very personal to me. He is the founder and the convener of the Take It Back movement. He is also the founder of the Sahara Reporters. Yeah, if you don't know Sahara Reporters, again, you should reset your system. He is the person of, he's also the former presidential candidate of the African Action Congress in the last election in Nigeria. He's Omoyele Shore. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Now, this is so important because these two people here, in my opinion, represent the future of our country, Nigeria. And okay, so like I said, these two people represent the future of our country, Nigeria. Go and see when I said that thing. Go and see when I made that statement. I have not changed. I am still stuck to what I said when I said it, because I know these people. I know their antecedents. I know what they are capable of doing. That's why I was saying it that time. And look at what is going on in the country right now. Who are the people that has become a pain in the neck of the Nigerian government? Who are the real opposition? Shebi, I thought that PDP is supposed to be the opposition party in Nigeria. Where did you see PDP anywhere criticize? They'll just come and show face and go back, because, like Charlie Boy said, PDP, APC, all of them are the same thing. The same people you see in PDP are the same people you see in APC. They just recycle themselves, just recycle themselves over and over again. But it is the same people doing the same thing. So we are not deceived at all. Now, I'm not, of course, that video is on our channel. I'll just ask you to go to our channel and watch that video. But I'm just going to take two excerpts from that video, something that Omoyele Showore said and something that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. I'm just going to go and play it for you guys, so you see the level of consistency that has existed amongst these people and amongst genuine, not just flash in the pan followers, genuine followers of these people and comrades of these people. All right, so let's go, and I'm gonna play that video. Let me bring it to a screen. Yeah, I'll bring it to this screen. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video and listen to what they said that time, and maybe it will help some of you understand it, because some of you really misunderstand these people.
In the period of a year and a half that I was running for presidency, what Nigeria could achieve if it went the other direction. If it didn't, it's very obvious that Nigeria is heading for a collision. Anybody who says at this time that he's seeing light at the end of the tunnel in Nigeria should be expecting a collision with another oncoming train. That is the conclusion that I came with after the election. And I made it very, very clear. But conversations that needs to happen at this stage cannot be conversation about, what they're discussing in the beer parlor. We are talking about the lives of millions of people at stake, their dignity, their future, their children, a nation state or several nation states that are together, or federalism, whichever way we want to go about it. I'm here to discuss how we make it happen and how we make it happen as soon as possible.
I hope you guys, you heard Omoyele Shore, you heard him talking, and you heard what he said, because a lot of people will come and say, "Oh, Omoyele Shore is one Nigeria. He doesn't believe in this. He doesn't believe in that." You heard it from his mouth, and this is the meeting that he held with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, I'm gonna forward again to something that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, and you will hear. I think I asked him a question, the same question I had posed to Omoyele Shore, and you will hear his response. I'll just take it from somewhere here, and let me go back. Let me go back, and then yeah. So I'm going to play this, and you will hear his own response. The video is not very loud, so but I hope you can hear it.
See light at the end of the tunnel, the trajectory that we're going. But tell me where you see things headed and what you have seen happening recently that makes you come to that conclusion. As I said on Sahara TV in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, Nigeria will be worse than Somalia very shortly. And all the signs are there for all to see it will consume everybody. Millions will die. The world will do nothing about it. As long as the oil and gas continues to flow, that is their primary concern. They won't give a damn about what is happening to the poor people in Africa. Haven't you noticed that CNN hasn't covered the killings in Nigeria? Fox News, I'm here in the States, they've not covered it at all. Because it is in the interest of certain individuals to make sure that this level of human atrocity happening and being perpetrated by Abba Kyari and that thing he brought in from Sudan, Jubril, that the Fulanization, the Islamization, which I repeatedly warned our people about, is about to, I will say unfolding now for a few weeks, but about to take firm root. And I see no redemption for Nigeria as an entity. But I see redemption for what I call the Middle Belt, the East, and the West, if they realize and wake up on time to do the needful. And that needful is a complete and utter repudiation of everything to do with Nigeria as presently constituted. We must take our destiny into our own hands if we want to survive, because the hurricane has come and everybody will be rendered asunder. If we like it or not, it doesn't matter how prejudiced we are, it doesn't matter how tribalistic we pretend we are not, really we are. It doesn't matter how narrow-minded we are. One thing is inescapable. Everybody will suffer the consequences.
You heard what he said. One thing for sure, everybody will suffer the consequences. That is what is going on right now. Well, after this meeting, Omoyele Shore went back to excuse me, Omoyele Shore went back to 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 Nigeria, And you heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say that the only solution is a complete repudiation. I hope that's how he spoke the English of everything that constitutes Nigeria as it is presently. So, are you surprised when Omoyele Sowore came up with revolution now? Look, Sowore said he has come, he has seen the state of the nation, and he knows that nothing else will save Nigeria. The only thing that will save Nigeria is a complete, total overhaul, because the system was already rigged. The system, judiciary, the executive, everything was messed up. He knew it before, but the elections confirmed it. So when he came back to Nigeria and he called for revolution protest, days of rage protests organized by the Revolution Now movement, what did the federal government do? They went and they arrested him. And when they arrested him, now, that is, we're now at the place I wanted to get to. When they arrested him, they now charge him with terrorism. The same thing they did with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm telling you, they charge him with terrorism. Charging, they said that actually that meeting with there's something I'm looking for. That meeting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was actually where they planned to overthrow the federal government of Nigeria. Oh my God. It was so messed up that time. They said all kinds of things, and when they came out, they anyway, let me even let me I will show you what Shore is saying right now. Then I'll go back and tell you why it looks like he's showing it. Let me go to Daily Post so that you guys will understand. You don't know the chemistry between these two people. And some people don't understand the connection. And some people also will not understand why they will not understand the connection. It is because of the kind of person they are. If they stop misbehaving and they become more credible, then they will get to understand some things more. But look at the headlines now. Look at what Showore is saying. Showore fumes as federal government files terrorism charges against Nnamdi Kanu. Publisher of Sahara reporters Omoyele Sowore has lambasted the federal government for filing fresh terrorism charges against the detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see that? Okay, let me continue reading. It says, Daily Post had reported that the federal government on Monday amended the charges it filed against secessionists at the Federal High Court in Abuja, increasing the counts to include terrorism. Reacting, the Nigerian human rights activists slammed the government, saying the President Muhammadu Buhari's government is the one practicing terrorism by allegedly kidnapping Kanu from Kenya. In a post on his verified Facebook page, Sowore demanded Kanu's freedom with the hashtag Revolution Now. The post reads, Free Nnamdi Kanu, a government of terrorists filing frivolous terrorism charges when they are the ones that carried out a terrorist act by kidnapping Kanu from Kenya and extraordinarily renditioning him to Nigeria. Revolution Now. Daily Post reports that the amendment is coming few hours to the resumption of Nnamdi Kanu's trial, as he is expected to appear in court on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So now you have a little bit of understanding that when you see someone like Sowore reacting to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is not doing it for show. These people have a relationship. They talk to each other. They share their ideologies. It was after their meeting in New York that the federal government started shaking, started saying, oh, they are planning to overthrow the government. The revolution now, blah, 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 is something they want to use to overthrow Muhammadu Buhari. But that was not true. That was not true. They simply asked you to do the right thing. They didn't have any guns. All they had was their mouth asking you to change and do the right thing. But of course, you refused. You refused. And instead of, that's the problem with federal government. Every time you point them out to something that they're doing wrong, instead of trying to solve the problem, they go and capture you and try to kill you. That's how I know that they operate. Anyways, to show you that Shore understands what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing, let's go to the terrorism chart. This is even on Wikipedia. Let me uh, go to Wikipedia, and this will let you see what Wikipedia is writing about the charges that was brought on Omoyele Shore. Of course, I'm coming back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm just trying to connect this whole thing because I'm talking to you as somebody who has inside information, and that will help you understand what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through right now, because it's exactly the same mode they are using, the same template they use for Omoyele Shore that they are applying now to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So this is what Wikipedia says about Omoyele Shore treason charges. Omoyele Shore, presidential candidate of Nigeria's February 2019 election, was arrested by the Department of State Services on August 2019 in Lagos, Nigeria, after he called for nationwide protests as part of the Revolution Now movement he started. See that? Okay. Background: the Coalition for Revolution, a political movement by Shore, called for a nationwide protest march themed Revolution Now to commence from August 5, 2019. In July 2019, court issued its 5 core demands for Revolution Now. It was not hidden. It was not ambiguous. It was very clear. We said, this is exactly what we want. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB state very clearly that this is what they want. Nobody's practicing any secret society. The people that are going around kidnapping, killing people, taking over a whole town, a whole local government, putting their flag, you're not putting how many count charges on them. Don't worry, continue. Now, this was a press, we issued the 5 core demands for Revolution Now, being an economy that works for the masses, an effective and democratic end to insecurity, an end to systemic corruption, and for total system change. The immediate implementation of the Nigerian government 30,000 minimum wage, free and quality education for all. What is bad in this thing? But what did they do? Now let's go down to the arrest, or let's just go down to the trial, because we know that they arrested him. Shore was charged to court for treason and money laundering felonies after being in detention for 45 days. After 45 days, they now charge him. Breakdown Nigerian state charges in him were, these were the charges against Omoyele Shore: conspiracy to commit treasonable felony by allegedly staging a revolution campaign aimed at removing the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria; committing the actual offense of reasonable felony in August 2029 in Abuja, Lagos, and other parts of Nigeria to stage Revolution Now protests allegedly aimed at removing the president; cybercrime offenses by granting press interview to the for the purpose of causing insult, hatred, and ill will. We're going to read Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's own so that you see the similarity. Remember, I'm trying to paint a picture for you so that you see how these people operate. If you want to see what they are doing, you can just look at. So we're using Shore as a case study for what they plan to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the games that they are playing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial. Number 4, money laundering offenses by allegedly transferring 74,400 in 4 installments by means of Swift wire. Okay. So anyway, later, um, uh, uh, of course, that wasn't the initial thing that they find the initial count that they filed against him. It was about 10. Then when they saw that it would not hold water, they later changed it. Okay. um so that's what's this thing that someone is posting here? It says, viewers, today is a living testimony, doctor. Wow, can you imagine? After he asked me to give, so this is what you come and do here. So that people will copy the number. Okay, how can people be doing this kind of thing now? How about, okay, we'll just block you, okay, so that you won't come here. And not demo, those, I know them now, all those kind of people. Let's delete the comment. But anyways, this is exactly what you will find with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are going to keep twisting things. Um, what you're going to expect that will happen tomorrow, let me tell you ahead of time. They already know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not do anything, but is fighting for freedom of his people. They know they have a very bad case in the with the international community for going to Kenya to abduct him. They are just going to use delay tactics. They are just going to make it more complicated. They are going to open fresh arguments. The lawyers will have to file a counter motion after defending it. All those kind of things. And then that will give them an opportunity to see. I think because they said, oh, they're given 3 years to sit on the trial, and everything will be over at the end of 3 days. That's what I expect, but that would be a very big miracle. You see, I'm a realist and I like to prepare myself for where I'm going to. I believe, I hope, how did they say it? I believe and I hope for the best, but I always prepare for the worst. The worst case scenario is that they will just deliberately want to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there, restrict Omoyele Sowore. You see, they've already removed all his data. They're just trying to make it difficult. They don't want any of them to come close to leadership. So in their mind, they hope to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu locked up until after the elections. In their mind, they will even try to rearrest Omoyele Sowore, which you have seen them try it a lot of times. But you see, just like a thief, no matter how big the thief is, no matter how big the operation, every time a thief is walking or going to steal, they always look over their backs. They never feel safe. A thief doesn't ever get confidence to the point where he doesn't hide. Even when they do daylight robberies, they still have to do it and run away. So that's what is the case with the federal government of Nigeria. They know they don't have any case. They know what they're doing is bad. So they're just bringing all these things and just bringing it to make it look like they know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. So there are going to be delays there tomorrow. The only thing I will encourage people to do is, as many of you as are able to stream, to first of all make it to that place. As many of you as are able to make it to that place, please come out to court. You see, these people who have fought for us, these people who have sacrificed for us, do you remember those days when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come live on air and he will give speeches upon speeches upon speeches? Have you forgotten? Now, the way to pay them back is for you to at least, show that you appreciate what they did and pray for them. Show up in court. That's what I mean. Show up in court and come and support him in court. There is need for that visibility. There's need for people to come and see that his supporters are there. So it's important that we do that. It's important that we show up. I know somebody like Omoyele Sowore will plan to be in that court tomorrow. I only always just keep praying that they don't go and arrest him, because they are not happy They are not happy even with the restriction in Abuja. If they had their way, they will kill Omoyele Sowore, they will kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will kill Sunday Igboho. I'm telling you the truth. If they had their way, they would just kill these people. But you see, there is something called God, and you cannot fight someone that their God fights for them. I don't think the federal government understand this, but sometimes I think that they understand, and that's why they behave the way they behave sometimes. Do you understand? I think they really understand that. But I think it's important that we go back. I was going through to our videos today when I was looking for that video with with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Omoyele Sowore, and I saw that, you know what, this man has done so many broadcasts, he has done so many teachings that all the people who follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should do to understand where they are right now and what is going on is to go back and listen to all those his broadcasts. I know we have a lot of them. Let me show you some of them. There are so many of his broadcasts that if you decide that you want to just listen, if you decide that you want to know about him, there's tons and tons and tons of them. You can just go and start playing them one after the other, and you'll be amazed how it will give you confidence. It will make you just know that, was um this guy was really a formidable leader, and he did a lot. He did do a lot before his incarceration. I think that is a better thing to do than to just busy become a busybody. People become busybodies, and all they do is they just gossip. That's what I say. They just gossip. They don't have time for the right things to do. So, my dear people, tomorrow I really want all of you to just see, go to Worship Media. I don't have to waste time on that. Go to Worship Media. Make sure that you go through our playlist, and you see the playlist that is called Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. If you just go to our channel and you click on that, in fact, let me just show you what it looks like, so you understand that there's so much information there. Um, Meanwhile, I see all of you. Osakwe Yamu Revolution now. Yes. Ludwig Hector Mike Mark. I see you. I don't know what you're posting. Nwokoma Better Man, Daniel O Ani, Wahala Day. I see all of you. So if you come to uh this page, you can see the list of videos. All these videos are stuff talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see, look at all of them. Talking about the last time they were in court. But if you scroll further down, you begin to see all the broadcasts. See all the broadcasts that was done by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, this is way, way down. See, there's a lot. You can look at them. Look at them. You see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu broadcast 2nd of April when he launched ESN, when he different days. When you go through that, it will make you understand um, who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is, and you remember his messages. Okay, today I just wanted to really prepare our minds for the court case tomorrow. Please pray for him, pray for his family. Um, uh, Somebody said they may sense he is winning. Of course, at the end of the day, we will still win. There is no way the government is the government of the people. I think people have to understand that We own the government. The government does not own us. So there is no two ways about it. You win eventually. God is with the people. Maybe we talk say God win or God win. Huh? So we will still win. Forget about what people are saying. We will still win. We will win the government. The government cannot win us. That's not how it is done. We will win the government. It doesn't matter how long it takes, we will always win. Okay. So please, thanks everybody. I hope you guys remember to subscribe to our channel. Please, 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 please subscribe to our channel. I went to our channel analytics, and if you go there, it will tell you that only about 20% of the people that watch our video are subscribers to our video. That is not looking, it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. More people should subscribe. So please make sure that you go to our channel. If you have not subscribed, please try and subscribe. Okay, try and subscribe, and we will see you guys very soon. Very, very soon. We'll see you guys. Thank you so much. On behalf of Dr. Erica and everybody in our team, my name is Dr. Chidi, and I really want to thank you. Someone says, Doctor, our people here and don't listen. MNK has done so much for us. If we listen to him, our lives will not be the same. Yes, you're right. You're right. And don't forget, please, don't forget, I still have the video about my response to Simon Ekpa. It's important that I do that video to clear the air. But as much as I want to do that video, it's not really my priority. And I don't want us to engage in attacking each other. I don't want us to engage in tearing each other apart. It does not help the struggle. It's laughable. It's laughable because people cannot be, you cannot be washing your dirty linens in public, or you cannot be fighting in front of your enemy. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? So I keep appealing to everybody to just pull back your sword. All the people that are out there fighting each other, castigating each other, I don't want to get into that. The only reason I'm doing this is because I have to clear the air, because someone finally called my name. If nobody called my name, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. But every time people call your name, it's not every time that you answer, but if you get an opportunity, try and straighten out things. You never know who you might help. All right. See you guys soon from all of us here. And then from me to you, it's good night.